For those wondering where I disappeared to, finally figured it's time to come out of my little hiatus. Some of y'all have checked in with me over the past few years to kind of figure out what's been going on. Only my like 30 Snapchat friends and my family really know what I've been up to, but a couple years ago I had a really good friend call me and offer me a job working for him, and I almost didn't take it. You know, I had been in the operating room for over a decade, and sometimes you get stuck in the hell, you know, that you really have a hard time leaving. But I went into this, I guess you can call it an interview with him, you know, ready to say no and just be like, hey, thanks for offering me an opportunity, but, you know, I'd rather stay where I'm at. But he really didn't give me the chance to say no. He gave me my login, said, you know, I just do some work, see how you like it. He really didn't give me the chance to say no, which really worked out. But I always said I would listen to this guy. He was actually the one who taught me to carve the wooden beads over the phone. Some of y'all might remember that from the YouTube channel when I was giving away the necklaces and stuff. But I always said I would listen to him because he's like the smartest guy I know. So I went to work for him. He convinced me to go back to school, which is something that I always said I would never do again. Some of y'all remember I went back to pursue a degree in family practice, which really wasn't something I really enjoyed. I got a few months before graduation and started having some health issues. Don't know if it was stress related or what it was, but I started having some heart issues, and I quit it all and, you know, became a beach bum again. And that's where a lot of those videos on the YouTube channel came from, of just me and everyone just out there chasing sharks. But my friend convinced me to go back to school to pursue something that I have actually had an interest in, which is psychiatric practice. So I moved from the island back home to San Antonio, which is something I never thought I would do. And after I finished, my friend shipped me off to Oahu, and as of last month I passed my board exam to be a psychiatric practitioner. So I figured it was finally time to stop being selfish and let everybody who's been there along the way kind of see what's been going on with me. There's a lot of beauty out here, a lot of things that I want to do, and I want to show you guys. I mean, there's an ugly side to the island out here too. There's a lot of sad stuff going on this island, but hopefully, you know, with my degree and what I'm doing now, I can, you know, be part of the solution, and hopefully not so much the problem out here. But anyways, I'm here at Kaena Point, which is on the northwest side of Oahu. So I'm gonna walk around and show you guys a little bit. This place is really beautiful, and it's one of the spots that kind of reminds me back home. Not so much what it looks like, but if you take a little trek out here, you'll find guys posted up with their trucks and they're chasing the luas. So they camp out and they do it big, the same way we do it on South Padre. You know, they're not chasing sharks, but they have their own big game out here. So let's take that walk and I'll show you guys what's going on out here. Actually got two monk seals right there. It's pretty cool that you can regularly see them, but try to give them their space along with the turtles out here. I think I have a video where I was able to zoom in with my phone last time on one. Maybe I'll throw that up here right now. But yeah, pretty cool thing to see. One of the cool things is I don't even need the Starlink out here. I can literally get some work done right off the hotspot and check out the action in the water. There's actually a lot of seaweed on these rocks out here. Back on the island, I would have been upset if I would have gotten all the seaweed on my line, but out here people actually use the seaweed, they throw it on the hook and they chase kalo, which are unicorn fish out here with it. So it's pretty cool. You can turn it around, use it for bait. But I guess it's got the work I needed to get done, so it's time to get back on the trail and hopefully make it home before dinner time. Like 5 steps away from that last spot and found this little coved off beach that I wanted to show you guys. But yeah, this trail is supposed to be 2.5 miles to the trailhead. and then 2.5 miles back. But with the amount of things you want to stop and see along the way, it turns into like a whole day adventure. I would really love to bring our free diving gear back to this spot. Me and Fernando have been getting back into free diving. Want to do some spear fishing out here soon. This would be a beautiful spot, but you can actually bring vehicles out here, so that'd probably be the best bet. I don't want to pull what we did in the Bahamas, where we were in full wetsuit, full diving gear, weight belt, everything. We did like a 10-kilometer, trek out to this spot, and we were trying to see some underwater statues in the Bahamas. And when we finally got there, the park was closed. Like, we went when no cruise ships were around, so that we would have like the water to ourselves. And then we found out that they only open up that spot in the Bahamas whenever the cruise ships are there. Oh man, and like buses don't go out to that spot on those off days. Taxis really aren't out there. That was like a miserable experience. Our feet were all cut up from the journey. We stopped at Jaws Beach and we swam out a mile or two, because I thought, in my all-knowing knowledge, that I knew where this underwater plane was from the movie Jaws. And we swam out, and there was a current going out, so it's pretty easy getting out there. But coming back in, we hit the current going the other way, and we were suffering. I was having to just kind of stay positive and tell Fernanda like, it's not a big deal, we got it. But really I was like, man, what did I get us into? Which is pretty much the story all the time when we're out here. But yeah, definitely want to do that here. Yeah, it looks safe enough today. We actually went out like a week or two ago in some really bad conditions, so kind of told myself I wouldn't put her through that again unless it was a pretty day. So weather needs to cooperate, so we show you guys some cool stuff, man. All right, let's get back on the trail. So there's 2 treks you can take here. You can either do the coastline and see the water, or you can stick to like the trail where the cars and the trucks drive through. But you know me, I choose the coastline. Just kind of came back up here to get less distracted so I can make it to the halfway point. And to show you, I mean, you don't have to be climbing rocks out here. You can kind of just stick to the flat land over here. But I think I see the fence. There's a bordering fence out here that kind of tells you that you're getting closer to the end. Saw the coast again. Hold up. Got to get distracted for a little bit. Wonder if you can see the fence on the film from here. But yeah, I guess I'll head down here, check out the coast. We almost there. I'm excited to show you the end. The end is pretty sick. But part of me wants to just put my stuff down, check out the water there. The usual. Coming up on the fence. Just gotta hop over this thing real quick and then get over there. Alright, gotta make sure it's locked. Yeah, there's a lot of like trap boxes out here for like some sort of rodent or something. Trying to collect them as a pet. I don't know what they're doing. Or maybe there's because there's a lot of birds out here, and maybe their nests or their eggs. I really don't know what's going on, but alright, and there's the reason I didn't bring the drone. It's probably hard to tell, but those birds that are chilling there are gigantic. Those things are huge. There's not a Cheeto big enough in the world for them. Only the people in the 956 are gonna know what I'm talking about. All the girls back on South Padre like to get some drinks in them, and they start throwing up their hot Cheetos at the seagulls for no reason. Well, yeah, we're respecting the birds, not bringing the drone. Man, these things are a sight to see. You probably think they look pretty lame because they probably look tiny on the camera, but Oh man, there's literally wells blowing up out there. In a second, I'm gonna try to jump onto my phone and zoom in for the worst quality video of a whale you've ever seen, hopefully. Alright, so I think I captured it on my phone. It's out there. It's probably the worst recording of whales there is on the internet. But to me, I'm hyped, man. It's the first time I get to see the whales out here. We're here at the end. You gotta appreciate some nice artwork to finish off the trip. And I'll take you down to that beach down there. Honestly, that little beach down there makes the whole trip worth it. Not that the stuff along the way wasn't cool, but I want to see if I can get some whale action down there. Oh, I see a little tiny eel in there. As much as I'd like to stay here, I think it's time to start my 3-mile long journey back to the car. All right, so headed back to the truck. My goal with these videos, if I post them, I'm gonna post it. When I post it, when I keep posting, I hope to take you guys to do enough cool stuff that eventually some of y'all decide to come visit. I got plenty of space. If anybody wants to stay with me for a bit, do some fun stuff, go fishing, go free diving, go spear fishing, go paddle boarding. I got surfboards. But until then, you know, there's like 20-something thousand people on the YouTube channel. One of them's gotta be from out here. If someone's living on this island and wants to just get together and barbecue or go do something fun like fish or free dive, feel free to hit me up, man. Could use some backup out here. How are me and Fernanda gonna get the lure out the rocks when we catch it? Oh, I'm gonna catch an lure, just wait. Just wait. I'm hoping I catch one on the rod, because if I see one out there in the water with the spear gun, I may make some dumb decisions. I'm gonna get towed around. But yeah, feel free to link up with me if you're out here. Anybody, friends of the channel. Life's too beautiful to not get out there and do some cool stuff. There's 2 monk seals over there. I'll try to zoom in on my phone to get a little bit closer because I don't want to walk too close with them with this smaller camera. Try to give them their space, but I'll definitely throw up the clip where I zoomed in on my phone up at the top here. One other thing I wanted to share today, I'm 62 days without a drop of alcohol. I say it like I want some Guinness Book of World Records for that, right? But coming from the 956, that is a Guinness Book of World Record task. You know, some people might be like, dude, why you mention that? It makes it sound like you had a huge issue or something. You know, I bring it up, not that I'm trying to encourage everybody else to do the same, but you know, if anybody else is contemplating like, hey, would my life be better if I probably wasn't drinking, like, give it a shot, man. It's made such a difference in my life. I'm sure it will in yours too as well. The first 2 weeks are pretty hard, you know. you make it a habit, you know, right before the sun goes down, you're like, hey, hit the gas station, get a tall boy or whatever. But, you know, we got out here, we did Chinaman's Hat. You kayak out to this little tiny island and you hike up to the top, but it's a climb, man. Doing that really made me realize I need to get in shape out here. And you know, now that I'm not drinking, you know, I've been able to get up, you know, before the sun rises, go do cool stuff, you know, come back and enjoy life. I know in the 956, it kind of just becomes part of everybody's life out there, you know, for everything you drink, for everybody's birthday party you drink. It could be a kid's birthday party you drink. After work you drink. Holidays you drink. You're in town, you're out of town. There's always a reason. But you know, and now that I gave it up out here, you know, like when people come to visit, like I'm gonna be so excited to show them so many things that they can do. And oh yeah, they're probably still gonna drink while they're out here, but you know, like maybe, just maybe show them that, like, dude, you went the whole day doing cool stuff and like didn't feel the need to drink. One thing I'm really missing is that barbecue though, man. I need to get together with someone and barbecue. Tried to buy a barbecue pit the other day. It didn't fit in the Bronco. Gonna have to assemble one or get one delivered or something. Or make a friend who has a barbecue pit. Anybody out here got a barbecue pit? Let's get together, dude. Don't buy the meat. Let's go. Meat is so expensive out here. Like, I'm sure I could probably stop anywhere and be like, hey, dude, like, I'll buy the meat. Let's barbecue. Anybody would probably just be like, yeah, let's go. Take out that loan. Take out that loan. Let's go to Costco, get some steaks. But yeah, that's really what I need to get my spearfish on, man. Grocery shopping. Grocery shopping will kill you out here. But yeah, anybody got the pit? I'll get the meat, so let's go. But yeah, man, keep me to it, man. If you see me, like I'm gonna run into you guys all the time out here. But if anybody runs into me, you tell me, like, hey, you still not drinking? I better say, yeah, I'm not drinking. If I'm back to drinking, like, tell me something. Really don't want to fall back into using that as my source of enjoyment when there's all this out here, man. Casting rods, spear fishing, lure fishing, paddle boarding. So much cool stuff you can do. So many trails I haven't even gone on. Yeah, I need to show you guys that Chinaman's Hat footage. I was sore for like 2 weeks, man. That thing was putting me in positions I never even done. Thought I pulled something in my leg. There's also a sandbar kind of near Chinaman's Hat that I want to kayak out to, have some fun. Hopefully I can find some spots where I can throw the drone up and not disturb any wildlife. Definitely not this spot. This spot has way too many cool animals just lurking around. But oh well, I think that might be it. I'll see you guys back at the truck. Gotta head home, eat some green spaghetti, break the diet. Finally got back to the Bronco. I got out here at 10 a.m. It's 2:15 right now, so it took about 4 hours with all the little detours and sightseeing and whale watching I did. But hopefully I can kind of keep these videos coming. I know a lot of people, if this goes on the YouTube channel, a lot of people there were watching me specifically for shark fishing. It's illegal out here, but you know, maybe I can do some free diving with some sharks and spearfish some dinner, you know, retain those people who kind of followed us throughout the years. But hopefully this will reach my family, my friends, and they'll get to, you know, see what we're up to, and that's the real goal of all this. But you know, if this channel could still help me connect with other people around the world and maybe even people out here, you know, that would be great too. So I'll check in with you guys next time.